Good evening, dear listeners. Tonight, we venture into the shadows of a tradition far older than chocolate eggs and pastel baskets, a tale woven from the threads of pagan lore, where the line between fertility and fear blurs, and the symbol of spring takes on a far more sinister guise. The Easter Bunny, you see, was never meant to be a harbinger of joy. No. It was a creature of the earth, a spirit of the wild, and its origins are as dark as the soil from which it emerged. So, sit back, if you dare, and allow me to guide you through a story that will leave you questioning every rustle in the grass, every flicker of movement from the corner of your eye, for the Easter Bunny is watching, and it is not here to deliver candy. The village of Eichenholz, Oakwood in the Old Tongue, was founded centuries ago by settlers fleeing war and plague. They sought sanctuary in the depths of the Black Forest, believing its towering trees and endless shadows would offer protection. But they were not the first to claim this land. The forest was old, far older than their faith, older than their gods. It did not forget. At the village's heart stood a massive oak tree, its gnarled trunk so thick that 5 men together could not encircle it. They called it Der Watchterbaum, the guardian tree. They believed it was sacred, a shield against the unknown. But the forest does not give, it only takes. The land resisted them from the beginning. The soil, though dark and rich, refused their crops. Livestock vanished in the night, leaving only bloodied trails into the trees. Children sickened, burning with fevers that no prayer or potion could soothe. Desperate, the villagers turned to an old woman named Greta, who lived on the forest's edge. A hexe, they whispered, a witch. But she knew the ways of the land. Greta told them of the Osterhase, a spirit of the earth, she warned, ancient and wild. It does not seek worship, only balance. If you honor it, it may grant prosperity. But if you anger it, she did not finish. Out of desperation, the villagers agreed to Greta's terms. They painted eggs with symbols of life and death, spirals for rebirth, crosses for protection, circles for the endless cycle. That night, they left their offerings at the base of the guardian tree. By dawn, the eggs were gone. In their place, a basket, ripe berries, fragrant herbs, a single perfect egg. The villagers rejoiced. The fields grew fertile, the animals thrived, the fevers vanished. Each spring, they honored the Osterhase, and for years, the village prospered. But the forest is patient. It never forgets a debt. As time passed, the offerings grew larger. Painted eggs became baskets of bread and honey, then silver trinkets, then livestock. And still, the forest loomed darker. The air felt heavier. At night, the guardian tree seemed to hum with something just beneath the bark, something waiting. Then, on the eve of the spring equinox, a child disappeared. Little Hans, the miller's son, had wandered too close to the woods. His mother found his basket at the foot of the guardian tree, his wildflowers scattered in the dirt. Of Hans himself, there was no sign. Greta's warning echoed in the villagers' minds. The Osterhase will take what it is owed. They increased their tributes, but the disappearances continued. Each spring, another child lost. They told themselves it was coincidence, bad luck, the forest's cruelty. But then, Greta vanished. Her home was found in disarray. Shelves overturned, candles melted into gnarled wax. At her doorstep lay a single egg, cracked and leaking something dark and thick. After that, the village crumbled. Some fled. Those who remained continued their rituals in silent dread, praying their offerings would be enough. They never were. Today, Eichenholz is nothing but ruins swallowed by vines. The guardian tree still stands, its bark blackened, its roots curling like fingers over bones. The forest is silent, but travelers say if you stand very still, you can hear it. A soft, rhythmic thump, 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 like a heartbeat beneath the earth. And sometimes, just beyond the trees, two glowing eyes, watching. Long before Christianity softened old rites with pastel eggs and sugared confections, the Osterhase was something else, something older. It was the wild, untamed force of spring. Life, yes, but also death. The two are never far apart. The people of Eichenholz knew this well. On the outskirts of the village lived a girl named Liesel. Curious, reckless, drawn to the places her parents warned her to avoid. Stay away from the old oak, they told her. That is where the Osterhase nests. But children are drawn to forbidden things. One evening, as twilight deepened and the air thickened with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers, Liesel ventured where she should not have gone. Clutched in her small hands was an egg, painted crimson, an offering she barely understood. The deeper she walked, the quieter the world became. No birdsong, no wind, only the sound of her own breath. Then, ahead, the guardian tree. Its bark, knotted and warped like twisted sinew. At its base, a burrow, dark and gaping, the earth around it littered with shattered eggshells, their insides scooped clean. The air was thick with a metallic tang, sharp and wrong. Liesel hesitated, then thump, thump, thump. A slow, steady rhythm, deep beneath the ground. A heartbeat. She took a step forward. From the darkness of the burrow, something moved. Two glowing eyes. Not the gentle shimmer of a rabbit's gaze, but something deeper, hungrier. The thing emerged, taller than any man, its fur matted, its ears twisted, its teeth yellowed and jagged, and in its long, clawed fingers it held a basket. A basket filled with bones. Liesel tried to run, but her feet would not obey. The creature studied her, head tilting. When it spoke, its voice was not of fur and whiskers, but of stone and soil, of something buried and ancient. "You have brought an offering," it rasped. "But it is enough." The Osterhase lunged. Her scream never left the forest. They found her the next morning, curled at the base of the oak, her skin pale as the eggshells scattered around her, her lips parted in a silent, frozen scream. Clutched in her hand, a single, unbroken egg. After that, the disappearances grew. No offering could sate it. The villagers fled, but the Osterhase did not forget. It followed, its presence slithering through bloodlines, watching from shadowed corners. Even now, on quiet spring nights, when the world is still and the air is thick with damp earth, you might hear it. Thump, 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 growing louder, closer. And so, dear listeners, we come to the end of our tale. But remember, the Osterhase is not merely a story. It is a reminder that the past is never truly buried, and that some traditions are best left in the shadows. So, the next time you see a basket of eggs or a chocolate bunny, take a moment to consider their origins. And perhaps, just perhaps, you'll hear the faint thump, thump, thump of a heartbeat in the distance. Until next time, pleasant dreams, if you can. Good night.